everyone, welcome to my very first video about make.com. In this video, I'm just going to quickly give you like a short crash course and a tour on the tool, and I'm going to build an automation for you guys to show you how building automations will work and will look like during this course or this channel, so that in future when we build other automations, you guys will have a better idea of how automations work and a better understanding, so that when we build or when we start building automations, it won't be like Greek for you guys. So I just want to quickly show you, here is a dashboard once you've registered and logged in make.com. I'll leave a link in the description below to this platform where you guys can sign up for free and play around if you want. I'm going to show you, here is like a plan. You can upgrade to you have more tokens every month to test and play around with. This unused operation shows you how many tokens you have left. Active scenarios shows you how many scenarios or automations you're running in the background. I'll show you how that looks like when we build our first automation and when we switch it on to run in the background. Operations, this is a bar that shows you how to, well, just shows you how many tokens you've used so far. As you can see in this account, I've used 7% of my tokens, which is 68 out of 1,000 tokens. This tab shows you all the scenarios that you're running in the background. Now, if you pay a subscription, you can run more scenarios in the background, but with the free version, they limit you. Data transfer, this is just a limit showing you how many data you're using to upload or download files. Tab that says scenario. I'm going to click on it. It's going to take you to this page. Now, as you can see here, I've got some stuff on this account, whereas for you guys, it will be nothing here. I want to show you on this side, it says folders, right? So if you love organizing your automations, or in this case, your scenarios, scenarios are automation that you build that you can run in the background or play around with. So these are all my scenarios. And as you can see here, I've selected all scenarios. But if you have like thousands of scenarios created and you can't find the specific builds or scenarios that you build for specific users, you can categorize your scenarios like I did here. To do that, what you do is you press this button here to create a folder. Give the folder name. I'll call it this folder. So it doesn't matter about the spelling. You press save. And as you can see here, the folder is now added on this side, this folder. Now, if you click on these folders, all your scenarios will be in each folder. It helps you categorize, organize all your scenarios so that it doesn't just lie around and you have to scroll down and search for them. But we don't need this. I'm gonna delete this. It's not necessary. I've already got a folder for us called tutorial builds. If you guys want to create a folder called tutorial builds, that would be great. It's to help us. This is where we're going to build our scenarios and our automations in this channel for this course. So once you've created your folder, we're going to go here and click create new scenario at the top right. It's going to load. And it's going to take you to this page. Now, if you see this circle thing with a plus, this is where you connect or add your modules or apps or platforms. As you can see here, when you click on this and all apps, when you scroll through, you see all the platforms that Make.com offers that you can integrate with and use to Make.com to automate your platforms for you. As you can see here, you can connect Facebook to Make.com, X, LinkedIn, Discord, Trello, Stripe, Line, Image. I don't know what most of this stuff is. MySQL, you can connect MySQL into this thing. You can have an Apple iOS, and so on and so forth. Even Mac, because why not? So for this video, I'm just going to choose Gmail, right? Because I just want to show you the basics and how the scenarios work in Make.com. So we're going to choose Gmail, right? And it's going to take you to this page. And then don't worry, it is like that with any app that you select, right? It's going to take you to a page with a bunch of stuff inside. Now, what it is you have your triggers. Most apps doesn't have triggers. They have something like records. HTTP only has actions and feeders. I think tools has got triggers. Flow, only action, feeders, aggregators, and routers. ChatGPT has triggers as well, and then the AI. So what these are is a trigger is, imagine like a button. When you press a button, like a light goes on a circuit board. So that's what a trigger is. It's when you activate something for the action to take place after the trigger. After the trigger comes your actions. Now, your actions is basically what the automation should do. Okay, should it copy files from one platform to another? Should it like write data in a spreadsheet? You know, whatever the action is, that's what follows the trigger. In this case, for the Gmail, our actions for Gmail is copy an email, create a draft, delete an email, modify email labels, and so on and so forth. Okay, you can go through all of this. You can play around with it. Really, I encourage you guys to play around with this tool. Just keep your token watch. Tokens get used up really quickly in this platform if you're not careful. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with triggers. Okay, so I'm going to select watch emails. Okay. Now, most of you won't have this page immediately. I know if you've registered account just now and you haven't logged in with any of your Google accounts, I'll show you quickly how you can link your Google Gmail account to Make.com. What you do is you press this button called Add, and you just click Sign in with Google. And it's going to take you to this page. Then you just select your Google account, and then you just follow the steps to connect with your Google account to Make.com. It's very simple. It's very easy. So once you are brought to this page, right, after you've logged in with your Google account and you've selected your Gmail account, what you're going to do is we want to select a specific email from my Gmail account in my inbox. And then we are going to manipulate and play around with that email. So in this folder box, all right, this is where you select from which folder you want to have make.com to search for the email or to find the email from. Fetch the email is a better word. So as you can see here, I've got a bunch of folders in here. I even have spam, test, and trash. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select from my inbox. Okay, just going to click on that and it will look like this. Now here's something I want to show you guys. Okay, this filter type, right? You can have a simple filter or you can have a Gmail filter, right? Now Gmail filters where you give them a specific query, like for example, if you read here to search messages in the social category that include an attachment, use category social has attachment. So you can read more about this query. So this is where you want to have specific type of searches in specific type of categories with specific attachments that you're looking for in your inbox. But we're not going to do that now. We're normal people. We're going to use simple filter. Okay. In criteria, there's a drop-down box you can select. Okay. You can choose between all emails, only read emails, or unread emails. Okay. I'm going to choose all emails. You can select either one of the two. It really doesn't matter. But for this video, I prefer we select all emails. Okay. This box shows mark email messages as read when fetched. Okay. You can have it empty. You can say no, don't mark my emails as read when you fetch the emails. Or you can say yes, mark it as read so that it looks like I've read my emails. But in this case, I'm just going to say no because for this video, there's a specific action I'm going to do that this isn't necessary. Maximum number of results. Okay. So this is just the amount of results, or let me put it in better words. The amount of emails it should fetch every time you run the scenario once. So right now it's set to 1. If I now press run once, it will fetch 1 email for me. But if I now increase the number, let's say 6, and I press the button run once, then it's going to fetch me 6 emails at a time, every time when I run the program or the scenario. It's a better word. You can say program, doesn't matter. Anyway, so this maximum number of results depends on what you want the automation to do. You can play around with this thing. You can have it fetch 12 emails. You can have it only fetch, I don't know why it goes all the way to the negative. Who wants to fetch -8 emails? Basically none. But anyway, we're going to say 1. Keep in mind, I want to warn you guys, the higher this number gets, the more tokens this scenario will consume each time you run the scenario. So if you're using this platform for free, I'd advise you guys to keep it at 1 so that you can spare tokens for yourself. Otherwise, you will run out of tokens very quickly, and then you're going to have to wait for the next month or 19 days for your tokens to refresh back to 1,000 to play around again. Trust me, it sucks. Don't waste your tokens like I did. You wait for a long time. Anyway, so like I said before, do not increase that number and waste all your tokens in one day. Then you won't have enough like days to play around with the scenario. If you want to play with this tool, use all your tokens in one day, be my guest. Create then another account and then play with the other 1,000 tokens in that account. Really just play around, do whatever you want. Right? But my advice, keep it at one. Save yourself some tokens. Anyway, there's another thing I want to show you. This checkbox that says show advanced settings. Now this is going to help to find specific emails or data in this module. All right. Many modules. I mean, almost every module has this checkbox. This helps you to be more specific about what you want to build in your scenario. For example, if you build an automation that manipulates and handles specific actions and specific data, this advanced settings helps you to be able to manipulate your specific data that you want to manipulate or edit, change, store, whatever you want to do. We're gonna, in this video, I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So we're gonna select it. As you can see here, it adds more boxes in this page, or pop-up is the better word. Is it pop-up? I don't care. So as you can see here, we've got extra fields like sender email address. And that's the email address from the person that sends the email to you. You have subject, you know what that is. And then a phrase. Now a phrase is like, how can I put it to words? If there's a certain type of text used in the email to show you what type of, to tell you what email it is in the content. For example, if I search the phrase Facebook, it will look for an email with the phrase Facebook. If subject, if I search something like Pinterest, it will find all emails with the subject Pinterest on. Send the email address, you get the memo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to find the sender email address and how to store it in here. As you can see here, I've already previously added sender email addresses. When you select the box and you see text pop up, that means this is text from that was previously added in these boxes. So it's like a historical text that's been added in these boxes that you've already typed in, so that the next time when you want to type in, let's say now, Reddit's sender email address, then it is stored in the historical memory, in the memory of make.com, where you can just quickly select it and then boom, it's there without having to find it specifically in your Gmail account. But if you don't have it yet, I'll show you how you get the sender's email address. What you do is you go to your Gmail account, okay? I'm going to search for the phrase Facebook. Well, no, I'm not going to search for phrase Facebook. I'm going to search for Facebook emails, okay? As you can see here, this is Facebook that sent me an email. This fine print, small print, or small text next to Facebook, that is your sender's email address, okay? That's the thing you copy. If now you struggle to read that, I'll show you how another way to look at the sender's email address. Under Facebook, you'll see this fine print that says to me. Next to this text is this drop down arrow that says show details. You click on it, and then there's a better view of the sender's email address. Okay. So what you can do is you can copy this instead of trying to copy it from here. It makes it much easier. You go here, Control V, and then you paste it in your sender's email address. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to save our project. Okay. If you accidentally clicked on this area and it closed this page, don't worry, you can just click on this again, and then you brings this page back, and then you save it. Now it's going to give you this pop-up or page. I don't know what I call it. This thing that says choose where to start. Okay. What this box does is it tells you, okay, when do you want this thing to start? From now on, do you want me to select all future emails that comes into your inbox and ignore all past emails that's lying in your inbox? Okay. Or emails from a specific date. Here you can type in, you can select a specific date from when this email was sent to you. For example, I want this thing to fetch my email at 2023 month July day 26th. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and type here or select 2023, shows us a long way, October, July 23. Bam. So this time, oh yeah, this time is current time, as you can see here. This will change. Oh, actually, no, it's not current time. Sorry. This is the time that when the email was sent on that day you're looking for. So you have your calendar, and then here's the time box where you can select from which time it was. If you change the time, so will the dates, or the dates. All emails is when you tell it, look for all Facebook emails, not just the future ones, but the past ones as well. This is very handy if you now want to clean your Gmail account and have your make.com scenario or automation delete all those emails out of your inbox without you having to search for them, selecting them, and delete them on your own. And then select the first email. This action is very handy because when you test your scenarios and you're scared that you accidentally delete like a very important email or have it fetch a very important email and then change or edit stuff that you don't want to edit from that email, you can select any email in the past that you feel like, I'm not going to use this email from that date anymore. So I'm going to select it and I'm going to say it must fetch me that email, and I'm only going to test with that email to see if my scenario works. So this is very handy if you have specific scenario builds and you're scared you lose like your important emails, or you delete or like edit something that you shouldn't. But in this case, I'm using Facebook emails, so I couldn't care from when it finds it. So I'm going to select all. After that, you're going to press save, and then, as you can see here, that's pretty much that. So we're going to run our scenario once, see if it works, and it worked. It fetched an email perfectly. Now in this operation with output, you can see all this content about the email that make.com fetched. So we have the date from when this email was sent. We have the email ID, UID. I don't know what that is, but there's the email ID. We have the size of the email, and then we've got labels, but in this case it's empty. We have a Gmail message ID. We have a thread ID. We have a message link, right? And do we have attachments? We have no attachments. There was no attachments. Headers, oh, there's a header, okay. Delivered to my email address. Oh, received. Okay, this is content, more data and content. Here is the reply to. Here's a message ID. Delivered to, yeah, I showed you that already. Sender, right? Here's the sender's email address, exactly the same as the one we copied from, if you want to double check to make sure it's correct. And then here's the sender's name, Facebook, which is there, Facebook. Nice. Subject, Connor, you have 50 new notifications and 3 requests. I don't care. Recipient, collection. Here's my email address. Here's my name, which is the recipient name and surname. Text, content. Now, this is what's inside the email that is sent to me. Hi, Connor, a lot has happened on Facebook since you blah, 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 blah. We're not going to read all that. HTML content is, yeah, I'm not going to scroll through all that. It's huge. HTML content is necessary. We'll get to other videos where I'll show you how you can use HTML text and content in make.com. Right, so now we can see this module work perfectly, okay? What we're going to do is I'm going to save this module. Always remember to save your scenarios each time you make changes. The reason, I'll show you why, okay? I'm going to click on that plus. Let me show you quickly. There's a plus here you can click on, or you can just press this button called add. Gmail, and then you can just select anything you want and just drag and drop, like drag it next to this module, okay? But be a normal human being and just press this button, okay? Makes it easier. Select, and then again, we're going to select delete an email. This is the action I want. Now, here's one thing that I want you guys to see here. As you can see, this field, this label, tells you what data type or field it's looking for to be able to run this action, okay? As you can see, it's asking for a Gmail message ID, all right? So what we're going to do is, in here, the results that this module gave us, we're going to find the Gmail ID, and we're going to give this thing the Gmail ID. Now, there's 2 ways you can do it, okay? First, you can click on this bubble here. You can find a thing called Gmail ID, and then this thing here, you can copy the Gmail ID, and then you can paste the Gmail ID in there, okay? Or we're going to be like proper human beings, and we're going to press on this box, okay? I make a joke a lot about proper human beings. Don't take offense about that. You know, I sometimes add the ID as well for specific type of builds. I'll show you when we will do this. For now, we're not going to use it yet. I'm going to click on this, and as you can see here, all the data in this output that this module gave has now been stored in its own field, and label. So if you hover over this, you can see I point to the screen as if I'm expecting you guys to watch where I'm pointing at. Just look at my mouse. As I hover over these labels, this thing like what's it? Glows or no, grows and shrinks. So this shows you from which module you are selecting the data from. This is very important. Reason why is soon you'll be able to build like super long scenarios or big scenarios. And when you select the data or fields for your modules, you want to make sure you're selecting it from the right module. Because otherwise, if I have two Gmail, let's say, for example, I have two Gmail readers and I have two pipelines where one pipeline deletes an email and one reads an email and creates my draft. I want to make sure that I want to delete Facebook information and not my client email information. So here, this module only finds Facebook emails. So it shows me that the module that I want to collect data from visually is from this thing. It helps a lot so that you don't select the wrong information from the wrong module. Also, another way to determine if you're selecting from the right module is if you look at the number here in this box and you see the number in this box, it's exactly the same. That means you're selecting from this module with that number. That's also another way you can look at things. Okay. So in this module, okay, we want Gmail message ID. Sorry, it took now so long to select Gmail message ID. So we're going to click on it and it's going to bring it here, all right? This option is if you want to permanently delete your emails or not. I'd recommend you choose no if you play around and you accidentally don't want to permanently delete your important emails. But in this case, I'm going to click yes because I'm deleting Facebook emails. I couldn't care. I'm going to save our module. Save this module scenario. I'm going to run it once. Successfully deleted. We want to make sure that it deleted the right email. Check the message ID. Right? Is it the same message ID? Yes, it is. Permanently deleted? True. That means that email that it fetched is now deleted permanently from my inbox. I don't have to look at that email ever again in my life. Now, I want to get back to the save function. Guys, remember when I said it is important to save your scenarios every time when you build your automation? The reason why I say that is because, let's say now I've built a bunch of stuff and I think, yes, this thing's giving me errors, there's bugs everywhere. What I had previously worked before, I need to get back to my previous module. Now you're trying to delete everything, unlink the stuff, and now there's still errors. Okay. To avoid deleting stuff and trying to go back to your original scenario before you added extra stuff on, what you can do is you can click this box here that says previous version. It's going to give you this pop-up. This drop-down box shows you all the dates from when you've saved the scenario the last time before you added any changes to it. So as you can see here, I have now 3 saves. One is before I added a delete module. This one's after I added the delete module. I haven't saved it yet. So I'm going to select one and press OK. Boom. Back to where I previously saved it. All that junk is gone. Now I can restart and try again. This is very useful, very handy. Also, another thing I want to show you, if your modules are confusing and you're trying to organize them perfectly if you're a perfectionist, right? This magic wand image that says auto align helps you micromanage or put it back into a perfect order. This is very handy. I would recommend using this because now you don't have to try and to move the stuff and waste a lot of time. You just press this button, bam, back, perfectly neat, tidy, beautiful as it is. Okay. Now, this box here, all right, you can rename the scenario into whatever you want by clicking on this thing, erasing it, and then we're going to call it tutorial build for video 1. You can name it whatever you want. That's what I'm just going to, that's the name I give it. Enter, and then boom. Now we've already saved this module, so we're going to go and, oh, okay, save changes. There we go. All right. This thing here, I want to tell you guys, just want to check the time. Okay. This thing here shows you the history of when, every time this module runs in the background, if it was successful or not. And this graph just shows you how much data it consumed. Right. Now I just want to quickly show you before I end the video. Remember when I told you guys or mentioned about the active scenarios that runs in the background and that you can check what scenarios you're running in the background? Well, this is how it looks like. Okay. So we're going to click this button. This button shows you that this scenario is busy running in the background, right? Now, if we go back to our organization, you can see here, this bar is now halfway. 1 out of 2 scenarios are is busy running in the background or is active. Sometimes you have to refresh the screen if you want to see if it's in this box here. So we're going to get, there we go. So now you can check which scenario is running in the background. As you can see here, running. Tutorial build for video 1. There we go. And then you can go and just switch it off. Very easy, very simple. All right, there you go. You see, this is the history and extract. Scenario was activated, scenario was deactivated, scenario was edited, run, and all that stuff. So that's just about the basics of make.com and automation building. In my next video, I'm going to start like straight into building our first automation. I'm going to walk through you guys step by step on how to build the automation. It's actually very easy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope this helped a lot. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys struggle or if you found this video helpful. In my next video, we'll start building automations. And then, like I said before, I'll walk through you guys step by step and show you how you can build automations in this tool. It's very simple, very easy once you get the hang of it. And then we'll start building complex tools, play around, and have fun. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. Cheers.